A long, long time ago, there was a man named Abram. He lived in a big, busy city with his family, and life was pretty comfortable. But one day, God spoke to Abram and said, "Leave your home, your family, and everything you know. Go to a new land that I will show you. Don't worry, I'll take care of you, and I'll make you into a great nation." Now, that was a big ask. Abram was 75 years old, and leaving everything behind wasn't easy. But Abram trusted God. So, he packed up his things, took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot, and they set off on a journey to a place called Canaan. When they arrived, God said, "This land will belong to your family forever." Abram didn't have any children yet, but he believed God's promise. He built an altar to thank God and worship him. Abram and Lot were both very rich. They had lots of animals, servants, and tents. But soon, there wasn't enough land for both of them to share. Abram didn't want to fight with Lot, so he said, "Let's not argue. You choose where you want to go, and I'll go the other way." Lot looked around and saw a beautiful, green valley near a city called Sodom. He thought, "This is the perfect place for me." So, Lot moved there, while Abram stayed in Canaan. After Lot left, God said to Abram, "Look around you. All this land will belong to your family forever. I'll give you so many descendants that they'll be like the stars in the sky, too many to count." Abram trusted God, even though he still didn't have any children. Years went by, and Abram and Sarai still didn't have a baby. Sarai had an idea. She said, "Why don't you have a child with my servant, Hagar?" Abram agreed, and Hagar had a baby boy named Ishmael. But this caused some problems in the family, and things got complicated. One day, when Abram was 99 years old, God spoke to him again. God said, "Your name will now be Abraham, which means, father of many nations, and your wife's name will be Sarah. I'll give you a son through Sarah, and you'll name him Isaac." Abraham laughed because he was so old, and Sarah was old too. But God said, "Is anything too hard for me?" Sure enough, Sarah had a baby boy, and they named him Isaac, which means laughter. Sarah laughed with joy and said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." One day, God decided to test Abraham's faith. He said, "Take your son Isaac, the one you love, and go to a mountain I'll show you. There, you must offer him as a sacrifice." This was the hardest thing Abraham had ever heard. Isaac was his miracle son, the one God had promised. But Abraham trusted God. Early the next morning, he took Isaac, some wood, and a knife, and they set off for the mountain. As they walked, Isaac asked, "Father, we have the wood and the fire, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?" Abraham replied, "God will provide the lamb, my son." When they reached the mountain, Abraham built an altar, arranged the wood, and tied Isaac up. Just as he was about to sacrifice his son, an angel called out, "Abraham! Stop! Don't hurt the boy. Now I know you truly trust God, because you were willing to give up your only son." Abraham looked up and saw a ram caught in a bush. He sacrificed the ram instead, and God said, "Because you obeyed me, I'll bless you and make your descendants as many as the stars in the sky and the sand on the beach." Abraham and Sarah lived a long, happy life. Isaac grew up and had a family of his own. Abraham became the father of many nations, just as God had promised. He is remembered as a man of great faith who trusted God no matter what. The moral of Abraham's story is, trust God's promises, even when they seem impossible. Faith and obedience can lead to incredible blessings.
Dear loved ones, thank you for watching my video. If you like this story, please subscribe to my channel, like and share my video for more Bible stories.